Hello, welcome back to the Penno Channel. Today's match reaction for Aston Villa 2, Wycombe Wanderers 1. I'm joined here with my bro to give a quick breakdown on the game we just witnessed. Bro, how you doing? How you feeling about the game? Before we start, if you could like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts in the chat. But yeah, bro, how you feeling about that?
Yeah, happy to be through to the next round, man. That's the first time we've been into the fourth round since 2020. So yeah, it feels like it's overdue for a while. And yeah, we're gonna get into it, man.
Yeah, bro. It's nice to go through. It is nice to finally go through, albeit a few hiccups along the way in that game. Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest game for sure, but I think it can be understandable given the amount of changes that were in the side. We'll go through the side firstly, bro. What did you think when you saw it?
Yeah, so lots of changes. We kind of did predict that. One thing that surprised me probably was Caden Young getting a start. I thought he'd be in the team, but I wasn't expecting him to get a start. And the amount of like youngsters on our bench. We didn't really have Rogers, Pau Torres, Watkins, probably missing someone else in the squad. So Jhon Duran started up front, good to see. Gauchi in goal, who I thought had a good game. And then a back four of Matson, Swinkles, Beauregard, and Nedalcevic. So yeah, we switched it up big time.
Yeah, I did a predicted lineup earlier on Twitter, and I got one out. Diego Carlos I had starting and Beauregard playing in the midfield. So Diego Carlos was the only omission for me, and Amadou Onana started in the middle. So Beauregard playing alongside Swinkles. I think the average age of the back four was ridiculously young. He's about 21. Obviously, with Nedalcevic, Beauregard, Swinkles, and Matson playing left back, who you got to remember is still only 22 years old. Midfield four of Caden Young, Barkley, Onana, and Leon Bailey, with Emi Buendia getting his first start from injury and playing alongside Jhon Duran, and Emi Buendia being the captain. So yeah, I thought it was going to be difficult anyway, because it's one of those games you're playing a League One side, they're going to be up for it. It's away from home. They did rest a number of players, to be fair. Gareth McCleary, who's been playing for decades plus. I remember him at Forest, and I remember his stint at Reading as well. So he's been playing for a long time. I didn't know he was still knocking around. They had a few other players on the bench who usually starts for him. That Kone came on a bit later. So it was a game where it was going to be a bit bitty. There wasn't going to be, real flow or pattern to it, because there was a number of changes for both sides. And yeah, that's how that first half was, because I could have nearly fell asleep that first half.
Yeah, that's kind of what changed my mentality with it. If they were starting their first team, then I wouldn't have been that annoyed at the first half performance. But because they rotated as well, it's almost like an equalizer in terms of like the standards and like, okay, we haven't had a lot of time to gel, but then they're completely rotated their team, so it's kind of evens it out. Defensively, I just thought we looked really, really nervous in the first half, especially the back four. Even like building out with the play, trying to get our rhythm, it just wasn't there. And that's from our experience, guys, as well. I didn't think Matson had the greatest first half performance. And yeah, with the midfield as well, what did you reckon? It seemed like we struggled, that connection between midfield and attackers. Buendia was trying to be the link man, dropping deep. Bailey held the width out wide. And out of all the players, it felt like Caden Young was our biggest threat.
Yeah, it did feel like that. I thought you see how we rely on playing out of the left centre back a lot with the formation, the shape we do play. Because Swinkles was on the ball a lot of the time, and now he's not used to that. He's not used to having that ability to play forward with the ball in the system. So obviously, it's Pau Torres usually who's allowed to come forward with the ball. We even saw at one point Swinkles ended up just having a shot because he didn't have no options, because we weren't making space for him. I think that was in the second half. But yeah, Swinkles found himself on the ball a lot of the times, and the options for him were quite reduced. And Pau Torres can sometimes play that ball through the line and split teams, and you're relying a lot on Swinkles to do that. And I think that comes with a lot of experience and playing in the system. So yeah, I think we struggled at that point. We just kept it ticking between the back four and Gauchi, and weren't really threatening through the middle. I think their shape was really good. They compact really well. They kind of pressed on our triggers, which was really good from them as well. You saw their striker on the right, if he was on the left-hand side, kind of arch their run in, so it would avoid the pass to Beauregard. kind of concentrate the ball going to Swinkle. So I think they did their homework and they set up really well in their shape. And obviously they played really compact through the middle. We couldn't play the ball through the middle. There was only a handful of opportunities to do that. The first one being the big one where we got the ball out wide in the first few seconds, and Jhon Duran has the opportunity to just, score the first goal and relax everyone, and unfortunately puts it just wide. But I did think they played really well through the middle, and they blocked the space for us.
Yeah, completely agree with your take, bro. Really, I thought they defended well in their shape. I guess the first chance from Duran, would you say it's the only time they were properly caught out?
Yeah, I think it was the first few seconds they were really caught out. I think that there's a number of runs that Duran was making in behind as well, but they were breaking it, stopping us getting through at all. We couldn't play through the middle. They did really well, and the only threat, as you said, bro, was looking like Caden Young on the left hand side. But yeah, I thought their shape was really well. They were really well drilled, and they had the legs as well to keep up because yeah, they were matching us for sure, and they were causing a threat to us defensively. Before the game,
let's just go through the stats. Sorry, just with their first half. 2 big chances for Wycombe, 5 shots. Going to the shots on target, they had 4 shots on target in the first half. And okay, there weren't like massive saves from Gauchi. A lot of them were straight at him. But even still, for them to get into them positions, they were the better team first half. And I was actually quite uneasy going into that second half because they had the momentum.
Yeah, I thought they were. I thought they played really well. Wycombe, I can't lie. I thought they were really good. They restricted us, and then it was known Wycombe would play. They effectively play long balls. That's it. That's how they set up. Even in League One, that's their system. They've got some good attacking players. We saw that. I think it was Luella, the striker who initially played, and then the Kone who came on as well. You can understand why they play that system, and they play quite direct because they're going to cause a number of defenders problems. And when you've got inexperienced centre backs playing alongside each other who aren't the biggest, then you knew that was the shape they were going to play. We tried to play them offside a number of times. It worked a couple of times, but other times they managed to get in behind. And I thought Joe Gauchi had a decent game, to be honest. I thought he played well. Came for a number of crosses to get the ball. When the ball came into the area, he had that one mistake.
Yeah, just that one.
Yeah, which I think their press was really good again, and it caught us kind of in, caught us in a position where we were struggling because, again, experience, the positioning was a bit off, and he didn't have options. But I thought overall, Joe Gauchi's game was really good. I thought he was quite commanding in the box and came for a number of crosses when we are the side that we had out today, especially when the Nana came off, didn't have much height. And he came for a number of balls and restricted their crossing into the box.
Just going on to the second half, then quite a bit of difference, but they still beat us in terms of they had 2 big chances, we had 2 big chances. They had 7 total shots, we had 5. They had 2 shots on target, we had 4. So that's probably where the difference was in our favour. Yeah, how did you think we started in the second half?
I thought it was a lot more controlled second half. Yeah, I thought we were a lot better second half in terms of the control, and we were allowing them to press us to come forward now, and we were trying to break through, which was difficult again because again their shape was really good. I don't want to take anything away from Wycombe. I thought they played really well, but we seemed to be more relaxed on the ball, just taking our moments to attack. Albeit there wasn't many of them, but we were playing with a lot more patience on the ball, a lot more security, except for the final 5 minutes where it kind of, when we got the second, it kind of went loose again. But yeah, I just thought we struggled to play through because the players just weren't used to playing together. And when you operate with the ball a lot at the back and you're playing 2 youngsters at centre back who are going to have the most touch of the ball and dominate the possession, you kind of struggle because they're not used to finding those options in the middle of the pitch or playing the correct long ball at times. And yeah, I did just think we struggled, but it was a lot more controlled in that second half. I want to know your thoughts, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Barkley woke up just a tiny little bit. I thought he was awful in the first half, genuinely. There's this apathy that Barkley has all throughout his career when he plays lesser opposition. Like, it's always been a thing for him. When it's a big game, like, he fixes up. But I just thought, in the first half, like, he gave the ball away, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a bad touch in the middle of the pitch.
Ball away and just thought Bailey as well. Bailey just didn't look like he wanted to
Anana,
do
I thought Anana wasn't great either.
Yeah, Anana. At least Anana was showing a bit of carry and a bit of breaking play. But yeah, the goal. Do you want to talk about how the goal comes?
It's fantastic to see. This is what I say. Emmy was kind of a bit out of the game first half. He wasn't getting on the ball enough. He was losing it quite easily in a few areas, and the referee wasn't giving anything like that if he was getting a nudge. But I thought second half, he started to get on the ball a bit more. He had 2 free kicks earlier, got their centre back a booking as well. So he was kind of showing for the ball, and we were offering the ball to him a lot more. So yeah, it's great work from Caden Young. Again, he would seem like the only outlet. If we gave him the opportunity to go one-on-one with the fullback, he wasn't afraid to take him on.
Yeah, really good. Really
It was a decent battle because I think their fullback had him a few times as well. It was a good battle that was. But he's taken him, shown him down the line, managed to get the ball across, kind of take a deflection off the defender. And bro, Emi Buendia in the air, we already know he's unreal in the air. Like, seen the headers previously against Everton. That one sticks out. I think Leicester as well, he had a good header that he scored a few seasons ago as well. Emi Buendia in the air is quality, and he's done so well to get that header on target because the ball's coming to him at a real pace. It feels like it's going to go over his head. He's had to jump early for it and kind of use his neck muscles to generate any power and direction as well. It's a fantastic header. Considering his height, it's unreal.
Crazy. It drew me straight back to Everton away from the Luca Dean corner under Gerrard. I thought that was identical in terms of the leap he's had to do. He's had to glance it, and yeah, phenomenal header. And I think that's 501 days, did they say, since his last start?
Yeah.
Starting again today. Yeah, really, really happy for Emmy. I thought he was forcing it a little bit throughout the games, and there was times where he could have released the ball, but he held on to it and accepted the foul. But overall, yeah, he'll be pleased with that performance. But Caden Young's the guy for me, I think.
Really, I think he had a good game. I think he had a good game. Yeah,
that's what you can do when you get given a chance as a youth player. Show your threat 1v1, use your pace, use your ability to get past the player and get the ball in the box, and you can't go wrong. But I thought he had a decent showing. Caden Young.
I wish he had more opportunities on the ball. We created enough areas for him to get into the chance for him to have the chance to take on the fullback, because I don't think we did. I don't think we did him any favours, to be honest, in recycling the ball enough so he had enough space to then attack the fullback. So he had limited opportunities, and the opportunities he did, he was very direct, and yeah, he created the first goal. So shout out to Caden Young, because I thought that was really good play from him. Few people in the chat, bro. I'm going to start reading out some of the comments. There's some good comments in here. T1, thanks for joining. She said, I'm not sure what Emery sees in Bogard, and Nadal looks so much better defensively and going forward. He was at fault with the goal too. Yeah, what was your thoughts overall with Bogard's performance?
Yeah, Bogard's getting a lot of criticism online, and yeah, it's been a bit of a pile-on from what I've seen so far. But the thing with Bogard is the way we judge a player. If he makes a mistake that leads to a big chance for the opposition, you're going to remember it more. And I think overall his passing, he made I think it was 88 out of 91 passes. So they weren't completely inaccurate the whole time. It's just the composure and the passes in the crunch. I think there was 2 chances where he passed to them and it led to them. And then look at the goal as well. He doesn't deal with it. Swinkles probably should have dealt with it before. So I understand the criticism. He's playing again out of position as a centre midfielder for me, in my opinion. But yeah, if you're around the team, I guess the standards are high and there is an expectation to play a certain level, especially because Wycombe were rotated. However, I do think some of the comments I've seen are over the top as well. I think there's a balance.
So obviously with Bristol Rovers, Lamar Bogard was a centre midfielder. He kind of played as a DM or centre mid. In pre-season, we saw him operating as a centre back, and he had a very good pre-season at centre back.
He played centre mid, didn't he, against Slovian Praha? Team. He played centre mid.
He did, but he played against Walsall. I think he was centre back. I think didn't he play against Leipzig? He was centre back as well. I think the remaining games he was starting as a centre back, and then we've seen the start of the season he's been playing right back. Started in a few games playing right back. So for you, do you see Lamar Bogard as a centre mid and not playing part of the defence?
I think his best position for me is as an 8, in my opinion. But in this Villa side, where we're so, we're kind of pretty stacked in that area of centre midfielders. and we got Enzo on loan, who's ahead of him in the pecking order as well. Here, he's going to be a centre back just because of needs must.
Yeah, I didn't think he had the best game. I can't lie.
He didn't. He had a poor game. Like, we can be honest. I don't think Swinkle's second half, I thought his passing improved a little bit and he was showing something, but defensively, I thought with that their goal, he's let it bounce. You can't do that at the top level. But I'm also not going to just say like they can never play again.
Because I thought second half we were good defensively until we got the second. I thought we were really good defensively. They didn't have much before we got the second goal. And then when Duran scored the pen, which we'll get onto, I thought the defence just capitulated a bit because we got really comfortable. But yeah, Preds line, Omar, thanks for joining. He says Bailey just didn't want to be in Wycombe at all. Like, yeah, he looked like he weren't feeling it at all tonight. Rachel says, evening all, thanks for joining, Rachel. Sharik joined. He says, dead game. Thanks for joining, Sharik. Yeah, I hear it. Kevin says, hi guys, I thought Nedeljkovic stated his claim for that right back position. Thanks for joining, Kevin. Again, Prez says Nedeljkovic looks a seasoned pro. Your thoughts on Costa's performance?
Yeah, he looked decent. There was one time when he got caught out, I thought, not dealing with it on the side, and they got through. But overall, yeah, he looked good. Want to see a bit more going forward with him, I think.
But we have to. It's hard with Nedeljkovic, yeah, because of the level he plays at. But he was the youngest player playing. I think until Aidan Borland came on, he was the youngest player on the pitch, which is mad because you think of his experience in the Champions League and he's played through his national sides now. You kind of hold him to a higher expectation. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. But he was the youngest player on the pitch, so yeah, it's mad. Kevin says Anana was poor. I thought, yeah, I didn't think Anana had the best game either, to be honest. Paul says, hi Penno and Adam. I think getting through now must play string side in next round. Yeah, I think it'll be the same again, Paul. And again, thanks for joining, mate. But yeah, I agree. I think we'll do the same again. Just because I think we're prioritising other competitions, and when we get further, if we do get further into the competition and deeper, I think we'll start playing more the first team. Rachel says, I don't really remember Anana playing. Facts. Rachel said, was JJ captain in the end? Can't remember, bro. Did he get the armband? I mean, Buendia
weren't really looking.
Paying notice too much. Yeah. Kevin says, I don't want to see Bogard and Swinkles as our centre halves again if we want to progress in this cup. I think we'll see it again. I think we know Unai, yeah. He sticks with stuff. So if he thinks players are good enough, but they don't have good games or they're kind of off it, he'll persist with them. And if he rates Bogard and Swinkles and thinks they're good enough, I think he'll persist with it. I don't know your thoughts, bro, because I think other players as well, he does like to persist with them until they get it right and they understand the position.
That's what I'm kind of weighing up, man. Like, do we think Carlos would have been brought on had he not got injured? Which is a joke, by the way. Like, this guy's trying to run me at this point now. But I'll be honest. How are you getting injured in the like? Come on, man. Come on. But yeah, do you think Carlos would have came on earlier? Do you reckon if Emery was just to show it up, or do you think
potentially? Yeah, potentially. I think he would have done because Ramsey came on as well at one point. So I thought I didn't even think Ramsey would come on. To be honest, I thought it'd just be all the kids, but Katsunya getting on the bench for fair play. That's good for him as well to just be part of the squad, even though he didn't get on. But yeah, Carlos going off injured, I couldn't believe that, and I hope he's all right for the weekend. I hope it's just really a precaution, but him not being part of the squad, you do worry, don't you? Rachel says it's a learning curve for Swinkles and Bogard. I tend to agree, and I think that won't be the last time we'll see them play together this season. Paul says, how are you guys? Is Duran our new penalty taker? So yeah, bro, we'll go to the second goal. It's never a pen, is it? like, I don't think the defender's touched him. The keeper's hit him, but Duran's already going down. I think that's never a pen, but it's kind of ref.
Yeah, bro, the football before it's kind of cold. Like, I think it was it him and JJ linking up?
Yeah, well, and Barkley as well. And Barkley playing it through as well.
And Duran does the back heel. He gets fed in. I was watching Duran's body language a lot of times he was running through. There was one time where Maatsen didn't play him in and he was just losing his head. So, yeah, he gets played through. The touch is good. And, bro, we have conned Wycombe Football Club today, Wycombe Wanderers Football Club. I almost felt bad. Like, no VAR. The ref's giving it, and yeah, man. we'll take it. But
Penalty, in it.
it's not. It's
It's a
not a
good
penalty.
pen.
Yeah, the penalty's good.
No, it's never a pen. It's a good pen, and Duran, you can trust his striking ability, or you struck through the ball. Yeah, it was a good pen, and he continues his scoring. That's what 5 in 6 now. So
even though I hate left footers taking penalties, like I knew he was going to score. Yeah, I'm starting that up again, bro.
What's the beef, man? Like, there's been some good left-footed penalty takers over the years. You just think the keeper reads them easier?
Yeah, I think they're easier telegraphed, just with the nature of the keeper and that. Yeah, always for it. I'd love to know if there's actual research or if I'm just chatting.
Yeah. I remember thinking left-footed penalty takers over the years, like what Van Persie. I remember Van Persie was quite good at pens. I'm trying to think of any other left-footed ones. Big name. Well, Haaland takes them. You know what I mean? Haaland buries the majority of his pens. But yeah,
I am wondering now, though, if Duran is on the pitch, like how that's going to go down. Like, imagine we have like a Chelsea Madueke Palmer situation.
Nah, I don't think he'll get. I think Duran will take him. To be honest, I think.
Wow, that's what I'm saying. But if Watkins is on the pitch at the same time, Watkins is probably going to try grab the ball. Tillemans might grab the ball.
I don't think Watkins is like that. To be honest,
Yeah, we'll see.
Like we've had other penalty takers over Watkins, and he's never been. He's never been like, oh, I'll take it over when Dougie was or anything. Kind of just leaves them to it. So I don't know. I think he'll be right up there along with Yuri Tillemans. I think Yuri Tillemans will be up there as well. Luke's joined. Thanks for joining, Luke. He says Buendia had a few good touches when he came on, buzzing the youth got minutes. I did think I wish Ben Buendia got more time on the pitch, to be honest, because when he did get the ball, he did look really good on the ball. The limited touches he did have. But yeah, I did want to see him get more minutes for sure.
Yeah, I've said Buendia, not comparing quality here before people get onto me, but the play style, he does look like Jack a little bit especially when he's on the left wing as well in the academy games.
Who?
So it'll be interesting to see how he develops. And shout out Borland, bro. Borland is a little techie electric play. Reminds me of Bannon a bit in how he plays the game. Like so much tech, so much ability, and yeah, really he did no wrong today, and he's showing how good he can be in the academy games as well. Sometimes seen him, he's always got that diagonal in his
good on the ball.
Good on the ball, really composed. He didn't do himself any harm today. And
yeah, I think I remember. I thought Borland. I remember playing one wayward pass, and that was it. The rest of them were to feet. They were sharp. I thought he was good. And obviously, when you see a Nana going off and you see Borland go, come on, and just the size and stature difference, you're like, oh, okay, this could be a bit concerning considering Wycombe seemed to be attacking us from set pieces or long throws, etc., playing long balls. But I thought he handled himself well, and he kept the ball ticking in the middle of the pitch. So very good performance from Borland.
And shout out Jhon as well. I thought Jhon, he had a little something when he came on, man. He looked like he wanted to
make a shot, didn't he?
You got a shot off. I love stuff like that, man. Like, you get your minutes, yeah. You make sure you get some kind of shot off, or you carry the ball a little bit. So, yeah, promising, man.
Kevin says Carlos is a waste of space, made of glass. It's just long with Carlos, isn't it? You're hoping for more, but yeah, he's gone off again. I just hope he's okay for the weekend. Paul says, hey, who cares? Karma comes back. Wycombe knocked us out a few years ago. Revenge lol. Yeah, they did. We've given Wycombe a few pasting over the years. I remember the 8-3 and the 5-0 as well. Rachel says, I swear McPhee decides they use stats for it. I think that's in regard to the set pieces. I don't know if that's defensively or penalties. Oh, yeah, penalties. Yeah, potentially, yeah. Rachel says Ollie was our second best PK taker last season. Do you think Watkins takes them? I don't think Watkins will have them.
How many did Ollie take last season?
I just remember Dougie taking him last season.
Yeah. Watkins has missed too many for me, in my opinion. Like, if you think about Liverpool away, we spoke about that on the podcast before, where that was just like, yeah, it's time. It's time to come off. And Dougie took him after that.
Yeah, Flank says late to the party, evening all. Thanks for joining. Big up Steph, who's joined. That's my boy. Late to the pod, but what a start to the season. 12 out of 15 points. Champions League win. 3 in the Energy Drink Cup for the first time in years. And we are even performing well yet. Keep up the good work, Reece. Say for that, Steph. Appreciate it. But he's bang on. He's bang on in it.
Yeah, facts. Honestly, I was looking through our games earlier and just our ability to find a way to win is so promising, and it seems like it's addictive for the team as well. So Ipswich away this Sunday, bro. We go into that game confident, and let's hope it continues, man.
Yeah, I do just hope Diego Carlos is fit for the weekend, and yeah, if not, do you think he's straight back Lamar Bogard in at right back? Or do you think that Nedeljkovic has made a claim potentially to start on the weekend if Matty Cash isn't available, which I don't think he will be?
He would be dealing with they play. Who do they play on that side? So they play Hutchinson and they play Smodic in the middle. Do you know who's on the other side? Trying to think who he'd have to deal with.
Leffy Davis, is it?
He's the left back. He's the left back. Though,
yeah, so if the left back will be on that side, and then I don't know who's in front of him on that side.
Let me see who there.
I'll carry on anyway.
Also says Amari switches as well, doesn't he? So he'd have to deal with Amari Hutchinson as well. So it would be a big ask. But
I thought Nedeljkovic was got to get good against Arsenal. Can't lie. For the job he had to do on Martinelli, I thought
first half, yeah, but second half he lost Trossard, didn't he? That was the big.
Bro, I thought like I didn't really think that was a Nedeljkovic kind of fault at the time.
I think Emery did though.
Yeah, potentially because he didn't play after, but I thought that was harsh to put that all on Nedeljkovic. Steph says Watkins has a 50-pen ratio in his career. Not having it. Yeah, I agree. Watkins
can't be on pens.
Don't feel me confidence. Paul says, guys, 16 or 13 more weeks. My wife will be over here from the Philippines. Can't wait to see for her to be over here to stay. Congratulations, Paul. Not long left, so yeah. Big up. Fan says, agree, Carlos, Kevin. And Paul says, Duran's now got 5 goals in all comps. So yeah, that's a big positive, man. Duran just keeps on scoring. He continues, bro, and he really needed a goal. He really wanted a goal in it after missing that chance in the first few seconds, and for him to get the penalty and to take it as well, and just bag it. Just continues the confidence. The celebration stays the same. Feels like he's he's more he's feeling it with the fans as well. He's like cheering the crowd up. You saw him go over to the fans when he was celebrating. Yeah, he's feeling it, and I think he's enjoying his football and his time at Villa at the moment.
That's technically 4 match winners now we got to give him as well.
Technically, yeah, for sure. T1 says, I'm sorry, I do not trust Bogard against Chicken. He needs to be calmer, sorry. T1's not having Bogard at all, man. Paul said I meant 16 weeks. Sorry, guys, got my words mixed up. Don't you worry, Paul. Steph says, watch that pen back. I swear he no-looks it right at the moment. Does he? Man, I have to look.
From one of the pictures, it looks like he's not looking.
He's got too much confidence, that guy, man. Too much confidence. Bro, do you reckon he bags like 15 this season?
Well, you've said 20, so you've got to stick to that. Bro, you said 20 on the last one, didn't you?
I did say 20.
Or actually, to be fair, you said 40.
I said joint 40 between them. Yeah,
so
I said 40 between them.
Surely more than 15 then, because I can't see Ali back in 25.
In all comps? I think Ali could get 25 in all comps. We'll see, man. I think Ali can get 25 in all comps. I don't put that past him. And Duran to get 15. Yeah, I'm sticking with that 40 for both of them. I think that's possible. What are they on now? 8. Only 32 to go. Only 32.
Yeah.
Flange says, Anala looked gangly and clumsy tonight. I think a few of the players weren't feeling it tonight, to be honest. Paul, Johnny's going to feature in 4 comps with plenty of goals. Yeah, facts, I agree. As Steph said, JD, more goals than starts this season for sure. Easy money. I hear it. And Paul, I think Watkins 36, Jhon 42 in all comps. Paul just sticking it on there. T1 said, Adam's my good friend, though, so I don't want to get on his bad side. Like he seems to like Bogard. T1 getting on your bad side, bro.
I know, man. I better start slandering Bogard and just make sure.
Anyway, I think we'll call it there. Actually, we'll talk quickly on the Wycombe goal. We were getting caught out in the last 5 minutes, weren't we? They were playing long. They were really sticking it on us. And with the subs, they brought on a few more players who play regularly for them in League One. McCleary had 2 good opportunities. He had the header which Joe Gauci made a really good save from. And also he had the opportunity where he put it wide on his left foot. So those two big chances. That Kone had another good chance as well, which he struck right wide. And then finally they got the goal, which I think they thoroughly deserved. With Swinkle's kind of getting caught under the ball, and Kone's just hit it, and it's gone under Gauci and gone through him. And again, we failed to keep a clean sheet, which is a real shame because I was just going to say, I think that would have given Bogard Swinkles some confidence if they had kept a clean sheet. Some,
yeah,
because he wasn't the first one as a team.
He wasn't just Swinkles, to be fair, because Swinkles should deal with it initially. He lets it bounce and it carries on. Bogard goes across. Bogard kind of hits off his knee. He loses the ball, and then they shoot and score. And yeah, got it for Gauci because he probably did enough to keep a clean sheet, I thought, but they also probably deserved their goal. And thankfully, there was about 20 seconds left, so I wasn't worried at all that we'd concede again. But
yeah, it was full time, thankfully. But a few more minutes, it would have been sketchy. It would have been proper sketchy. But yeah, thankfully it was full time. Paul says, "Do you think Gauci's good?" I think Gauci's good. I do. I think it seems like for me, Gauci needs to grow into his body still. He still looks quite, slight. I think he could put on a bit more weight and have a bit more size about him. But I think he's got good fundamentals. He's Australia's number 2. He'll soon be on Australia's number 1. I think once Matt Ryan hangs up his gloves and calls it a day, which I don't see being too far away. But yeah, for what I'm seeing of Gauci, I think he's decent, and just give him time. I think he just needs time. Obviously, he's come over from the Australian League. He didn't even feature last season. And then this season, he's played a few games in pre-season, and now that's his first start, I think, isn't it? So, yeah, just give Gauci time. He'll be our number 2, I think, going forward. I don't think Rob Olsen will be playing for much longer for Villa. He's currently injured at the moment, so Gauci's got to take his opportunity. And I think, apart from the loose touch on the ball, I thought he played well today.
Yep, and then the draw tomorrow, for the 4th round. 10:15 p.m, bro. To be fair, all the teams that you'd expect made it through tonight. Man City won, Chelsea won, Leicester won, Villa won, Tottenham, Brighton, United, they're all through as well. And then you got Sheffield Wednesday, Brentford, Southampton, Stoke, with Liverpool playing tomorrow and Arsenal playing tomorrow. I think Newcastle play tomorrow as well. So it's looking peak to avoid one of the big.
It's looking like what? How many Prem teams is it? Like 18, 19?
Yeah.
Is it, who's gone out? Well, West Ham or Liverpool, one of them will go out. Apart from that, it's all Prem, isn't it?
Yeah, Arsenal got Bolton, so you'd expect them to go through.
Yeah. Bro, whoever in it now. Whoever. I'd like a more comfortable draw, but whoever. Bring on whoever, man.
I'm buzzing because I just hate being out the cup early. I think it's so boring. And then when the matches come again and can't even watch your team. Yeah, I'm up for the cup, man. Let's make a run.
And Everton sticking it on us last season wasn't great, man.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's nice to get through to the next round, which we don't usually do. So yeah, well done, Villa, man. And on to the next round. Thanks for joining me, bro. Anyway, thanks for everyone in the chat. Some great conversation, some great messages as well. Appreciate that. Again, as I say, if you could like, subscribe. And yeah, if you have any further thoughts, comment those at the end of the video or after the video is published. We'll be doing a preview for the Ipswich game on the weekend as well. So look out for that. Set your notification bells for that as well. And yeah, bro, through to the next round. See who we get in the draw tomorrow. And yeah, up the Villa. And we hope we're all ready to go for Ipswich on Sunday. Thanks all for joining, and see you on the next show.